Cat Quest 2 is a 2D open-world action RPG in a fantasy realm of cats and dogs. The main feature of this sequel is the possibility to play solo or with a friend, as both the cat and the dog. And even if you play solo, you will have two characters that you can switch between at any time, and also at any time you can switch to co-op mode and let your second character to be controlled by your friend only, as it's only local couch co-op game on same screen, no online multiplayer possibility. The story is pretty straightforward, with a tale of two kings brought together against their will and going on a journey to reclaim their thrones. I actually didn't notice the other character supposed to be a dog, as it's the same size and just different color, but apparently it is. You're going to explore two big maps, Fellingrad belonging to the cats and Lupus Empire occupied by dogs, with countless side quests, even more loot, and enemies consisting of many other animals or fantasy creatures as well. Everything is real time. There are enemies out in the wilds that are usually easier to kill, as there is plenty of space to evade, so usually dungeons are the tricky ones. Your character possesses two main actions: attacking and evading. Beside that, there is a whole magic stone system where you can assign up to 4 magic spells to each character from 16 different, but really the evading is the king of the game, as each enemy is not attacking you with the melee weapons directly, but rather deals damage to you based on zone you are in, which can vary from circle to enormous shapes. Enemy projectiles, on the other hand, hurts you as expected. Luckily, loot is the second king of this game, and you get plenty of weapons, equipment, magic stones and upgrades at merchants, which you pay for money you collect from fallen enemies, treasures or discovering the world. There are also second type of coins you collect the same way, and they gain your experience to level up. Some of those dungeons will look you for waves of enemies, others will confuse you with the teleports, and some will kill you with its traps. But if one of your characters reaches 0 HP, the other character can revive you, yet it takes quite time, so it might not be possible while fighting other enemies, but rather if you survive. Or later you can get a really useful revive spell. The game isn't as long, but will keep you occupied for a decent 8 to 12 hours of gameplay. Later free updates also added New Game Plus, really useful sprinting mechanic, new abilities as well as a new infinite dungeon, all of this prolonging the time spent in the game with more hours, if you want to. Alright, it's time for the question: should you play it? Before that, you should know two things. First, this game was suddenly announced as a surprise free game for this week to claim and keep forever from Epic Games. And second, there is a demo version you can try out right now. I hope I don't have to remind everyone that this channel is dedicated to free games, and that's the only reason why we review this game right now, even though it's been released years ago. This game seems quite easy first few moments, but it gets quite difficult very soon, and you really need to think of equipment, weapons and which of them to upgrade or which type of magic to take to battles. But for those who would like to enjoy just a story, there's an easy mode for that. And if you find the game too hard, you can switch to it at any time. But I don't think you would play this game for the story that is very basic and all dialogues are just text based, which is quite pity because I think some cat and dog voices could make the game even more charming, especially with those specific funny dialogues. The game feels quite unique, mainly thanks to its fast, smooth movement with a very unique camera angle and its visual style. But later battles can get chaotic, especially in the sequel when you have two heroes on the screen. I enjoyed the looting a lot, and it's nice that you can see different armor or heads equipped to your character visually as well. And while I think co-op is the best way to enjoy this game, I would recommend it even for solo players. So yes, you should definitely play it, as this is a charming version of Diablo with a cat and dog as main characters. How could one even resist that? By the way, if you want another 2D co-op game, I recommend you to check out Lost Castle. It was also free from Epic not long ago, and it gives you option to play with even up to 4 players on one screen. So check that review next, and I hope to see you live or in another video.